Jesus' mother and 3 other women stood at the foot of the cross. The only disciple that was there was John. The other disciples had run off, scared for their very lives. Jesus, seeing that everything had been completed, so that the scripture record may also be complete, said, "It is finished." What he meant was that the work he had come to do was ended. Bowing his head, he offered up his spirit. It was the 9th hour, that is 3 o'clock in the afternoon on the Thursday. According to Jewish custom, a lamb was killed on the eve of Passover, the 14th of Nisan, at 3 o'clock. The lamb to be sacrificed had to be a 1-year-old, unblemished male. It's a little confusing to us in the West, as the Jewish day begins in the evening at sundown. A weekly Sabbath begins on Friday sundown and ends on Saturday sundown. Because one of the things when we started to research this, one of the things I hadn't realised was that when Yeshua dies, he dies at exactly the same time as they're sacrificing the lambs.
Yep.
And it was one of those moments you think, you've just got to stop and you've just got to absorb. You think, yes, he is now the sacrificial lamb. He is being given up, and it happens at exactly the same time.
And why do they bring him in 4 days before the Pesach celebration? Do y'all know what happens? So why is it that he comes in on Palm Sunday? All right, and this is going to mess up the timing for Easter, because the scripture says that every household will bring a lamb into their household, a little baby lamb, on Nisan the 10th of Nisan, and Pesach comes in on the 14th. You're going to keep that lamb in your house. You're going to love it and squeeze it and sleep with it and play with it, but you have to make sure it has no blemishes. It has to be a perfect lamb. So Yeshua, Jesus, is going to come into Jerusalem 4 days before the Pesach happens for the whole city to inspect him to see if he is the Messiah of Israel, salvation for the whole world. That's why he comes in 4 days beforehand.
Wow.
And if it's on Palm Sunday, which we acknowledge, that means Pesach is Wednesday afternoon.
Well, thank you very much. This has been absolutely an eye-opener. I think I could spend here all day listening to you and talking to you about all these things.